5. I see you decked out in your Louisville gear, baby. Welcome to the Players Perspective Uncensored Podcast, man.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, baby. You know, I had to come correct. Like I said before, man, with a Louisville legend. You know what I'm saying? I had to come correct, man, you know.
Already. Let's dive right into the podcast, man. Let me ask you this. Having went to school in Louisville, Kentucky, have you ever tried bourbon? Are you familiar with any bourbons?
Man, I won't lie. I had a few bourbon nights, man. My freshman year, getting to Louisville, you know, obviously we young kids. You know, we go to parties, we have a good time, you know, after obviously, you know, going to class, doing our work, you know. So we let our hair down a little bit. And I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I have never tried the bourbon, but when I first got there, it was a little bit too much for me. You know what I'm saying? But my third year, by the time I left, you know what I'm saying, I was with the bourbon, but at first it was too strong for me, bro.
Yeah. It's a big drink down in Louisville, Kentucky, man.
Absolutely.
So on a basketball tip, when you were growing up, man, who inspired you or who was somebody that you wanted to model your game after when you were growing up as a youngster?
Man, for me, it was a lot of guys. You know, just growing up, me and my friends and how we came up, we was outside a lot. You know, we played basketball all day. You know, tag. You know, play basketball. You know how it is when we came up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's a lot of guys in my neighborhood that a guy named Andre Dabney. He was a point guard. He went to Plainfield High School, but he had sick handles. He was quick. And like as a young kid, I used to just go to the park and watch his moves and try to mimic him or like ask him some questions, you know what I'm saying? Try to get in the game. I was too young for them to let me play at that time, but he actually played with my brother and I used to go to the games and he was one of my biggest inspirations, him and Allen Iverson. I was a big AI fan, Chuck, you know what I'm saying? Bubba Chuck, my bad. And I love AI, man. You know, I patterned my life after him for real. You know what I'm saying? Everything
Right.
he did, what he cheats, how he do things his way, you know, I thought I was AI. So guys like that and a few other guys in my neighborhood that they didn't really go to college but they was good and they showed me a lot. And
Nice.
it inspired me.
Now, 5, you are a hybrid player. You 6'9", 6'10",
Yeah.
and you're a possessionless player. You play 1 through 5. Now, were you a guard that came into the height later on, or were you always tall and you just developed the skill set later on?
Yeah. It was crazy for me because when I was about sixth grade, I probably was about 5'8". You know what I'm saying? I was tall, but there was other guys that was the same height as me. You know what I'm saying? And I was a guard. I always play guard. Like you said, I look up to AI. I used to go outside and dribble for hours or go in my basement and dribble for hours. And my mom say, you know, sometimes I didn't know where you was, but if I heard that basketball, I know you were around here somewhere. It's like I
Right.
always was in my game, you know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes in the courts in Jersey, they don't got no net. It's a double rim. You don't really even care about scoring. You know, we come up in the N1 era. So, you know, you watch the tapes, you get a ball, you dribble to school. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to cross your friends over at recess. Nobody really counting the baskets. You just trying to slide somebody, get a fancy layup, something like that. But as I got older, you know, the next summer, I went from 5'8" to 6'6". And I had like a lot of growing pains. Like it was tough on me. I really thought like basketball wasn't going to be for me because I thought I had bad knees. But actually, I was just growing so fast. So when that happened, I still had the ball skills, but I was still tall. And like you said, I always wanted to be a guard. I thought I was AI. So it was some teams I got kicked off actually because I go to like a rec league and they say, yo, you a center. I'll be like, bro, I'm a guard. If I'm not playing guard, I quit. I'm not playing no. You know my pops and people used to get on me like you got a bad attitude, but that's just how I felt. You know what I'm saying? So it stayed with me. You know, just the ball handling and just in one era, just being in that era for real.
Right. Now, you being from Jersey, you go to every city, especially every major city in America. There's always a park where you go and you play and you get certified or you get stamped as a certified baller in that city. Like in Louisville, Kentucky, it's the Dirt Bowl, a Shiny Park. You know, that's at some point you got to go there and perform to be certified and stamped in the city of Louisville. In Jersey, what's the program or what's the park where people go to get certified or stamped as a certified hooper?
Man, it's a camp called, I'll tell you a quick story, called ABCD. I was maybe ninth grade, and I played AAU with this guy named Sandy Pione. And after practice one day, he took me to this gym in Teaneck, New Jersey, and it was an all-star game. And there's guys like Dwight Howard, J.R. Smith. I seen Sean Livingston and Sebastian Telfair put on one of the greatest shows that I ever seen, and this inspired me. I'm like, yo, I've been in Jersey, all these years. I never knew about this camp, but these kids are stars. Like, it looked like it's so fun. Like, I want to be in this camp. And I didn't get invited, but he obviously knew people, and he got me in the camp that next year. You know what I'm saying? And that's when that was my coming out party. That's when coaches knew who I was. People in Jersey all over, because they started writing articles about how good I was. And I felt solidified right there, because it was players from all around just coming to this one camp. And, it was a dog-eat-dog world. You get out there, you know what I'm saying? I was surviving, so I felt good about myself. So I felt like after that camp, I felt like I was one of the best players in the country, and I could hold my own.
Yeah, and one of the best players you were, man. You were McDonald's All-American coming out of high school, man. You could have went anywhere you wanted to in the United States. Could have picked any school you wanted. What made you pick Louisville? What made you come to Louisville?
Man, I mean, what's your mommy?
Did they give you the bag?
Man, listen, I wish. Listen, hey, boy. Listen, I wish, but they took me to a football game, big bro. I can't lie. And I'm coming from Jersey, and it was a little different for me. But I walked my city. People knew who I was. But when I came into the football, when you walk in the football game, you got to get through the crowd, get to your seat. They like, E5, what's going on? But they knew my nickname. There was so much love. Like, I never got this reception. I never got this love before. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, Coach P took me to the gym, and he showed me how y'all guys work. The individuals, like you said, I'm a gym rat. Like you said, I was in the basement. I was outside. I always been working on my game. So I'm thinking, like, yo, they really do. They wake up. They do individual. I just like the program. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just felt like it was the school for me after that football game, and I seen how they work. And I didn't take no more visits. I took a visit to Louisville. I shut it down. I said, I'm coming here.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, did Kwon Dean have any influence on you coming to Louisville? Because he's from Jersey, too?
Yeah. I mean, not really. I mean, Kwon, he had game. He was nice, and he held his own. But I ain't going to lie and say, like, when I was a youngin', I seen him play in high school, or, what I'm saying, I wanted to, like, follow his league. It was just, when I got up there, I was able to link with another Jersey legend. You know what I'm saying? I had a good, so I felt good. It was easy. He was showing me around, showed me how the campus is. And he just really put me on a lot of game that I appreciate, that he didn't really have to do when I came up there for that visit. And I appreciate that.
Right. Now, if you hadn't gone to Louisville, where do you think you would have went to?
I was going to Villanova, bro, because like I said, the guy that I was working out with, Sandy Pione, he was good friends with a guy named Fred Hill, I believe his name. He used to coach at Rutgers. But he used to come see me before anybody knew me, before I went to that ABCD camp. And I was up there every weekend. Randy Foy was like, he basically, my AAU coach basically raised Randy. So I used to go out there every weekend, watch the games. I go in the locker room. I used to bring my friends. And we used to trip. Like, we go in the locker room and be like, bro, look at all these Gatorades they get for free. Like, we was tripping off that. Like, y'all ain't got to pay for nothing. Y'all get shoes. Y'all get Nikes for free, tights, everything. So it was a good experience. So I was familiar with those guys. I really wanted to go there. But Louisville was just so powerful. The culture was just so attracting. You know what I'm saying? One of the hardest things I ever did was when I came back from Louisville, Jay Wright was actually at my school in the principal's office. So I had to tell him that day, like, bro, I'm not coming. I'm going to Louisville. You know what I'm saying? It was the first time where I really had to, use my voice and talk about real man things. Like, this is a real situation for a young kid. So it was tough.
Right. Now let me ask you this. Going into Louisville, what were your expectations? Because a lot of McDonald's All-Americans, they coming in, one and done, at the most two and done. What were your expectations? Because I know when you first got there, you weren't playing as much as you wanted to. It was an adjustment period. What was your thought process, or what was your expectations going in?
Oh, man, it was tough. It was tough for me because, like you said, I wasn't playing. When I got there, it was different. Like, I'm a kid, I came from a regular public school, bro. After school, we practice, we might go 3-man weave, then it's 5-on-5. And I basically was the coach, you know what I'm saying? I was the All-American that ever went to that school history, so you know how I go, you know what I'm saying? I get to Louisville, you know Coach P not having that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know some of the terminologies. I don't know how to box out. It just give me the ball and move out the way. I don't know how to play without the ball. So, you know what I'm saying? It was a real adjustment for me. The first couple of days, I had to hit the treadmill. I was running. I really wanted to go home. But, you know, I had to tough it out. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was ready to play. But at first, I had to learn. I had to learn how to box out. I had to learn how to, you know, close out. You know, don't take contested shots like that.
Yeah.
But around that time, in our era, you know what it is. These coaches, you know, they want you to stick around for a little bit. They're going to groom you a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It was cool, you know what I'm saying? But once I got past that, you know, I had my nights that I cried in the room, you know, because I think about it, bro. I never played a game where I got 0 minutes, like never got in.
Right.
So when that first happened, like real tears came to my eyes. And, you know, Coach Marvin Menzie came to me and said, yo, man up, bro. Like, this is a big boy league. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to get through this. And it's something that I had to get through, you know what I'm saying? And
listen, man, we all had them nights, man. We all had it. Somebody tell you they ain't, they lying to you.
Exactly. I feel like it prepared me for the real world. Like, the same thing happened to me when I went to the NBA. I went to a veteran ball club. You know what I'm saying? I was playing behind a superstar at the time. And if I never went through that in Louisville, I got there, then I would have been in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in life, sometimes you go through things, you just gotta treat it as a learning experience and take your experiences with you. Because I feel like if I didn't go through that in my early stages in Louisville, I wouldn't be playing basketball right now. I'd probably be kicked out somewhere or not, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't be able to handle it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate those times for real.
For sure. And I just had Sos on the podcast, and I was talking to him because he was your classmate. And I said, man, that class that you came in with, Sos, Earl Clark, Derek Character, Jerry Smith, and that 08-09 team, I said that was probably the most talented team from top to bottom that I seen in the whole Rick Pitino era. Because people always ask me, man, how do you think you would have stacked up against like the national champ team or the 08-09 team? I'm like, listen, I said from a talent perspective, I said that 08-09 team was a beast. I said, you know, they first 5 and they second 5 was tough, man.
You know what's crazy? At that time, I really didn't know how good we was, bro. But as I get older, I get online and I try to like go Google stuff, bro. We really was nice, like we really
man.
But when you going through it, you feel like you're supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying? But man, it was a great class, man. We had Derek Character, he was a dog too. Jerry Smith, and those guys was playing right away. Like Jerry was playing, putting up big numbers so his freshman year. So for me, I had to like sit back and wait. And I'm saying it was, like I said, it was tough at times, but we always stuck together. We always felt like we was one gang, and you know what I'm saying? They picked me up a lot. So it was an honor to go to school and be in the class with those guys.
For sure, man. You know, I mean, challenge your ego. Like, listen, man, I'm the McDonald's All-American here, man. Like, how am I not playing? I'm supposed to be playing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I get it. But what were some of your fondest? What were some of your best memories in the Cardinal uniform?
Oh, man. Honestly, just the brotherhood, bro. I think I took really for granted. Like, just, you know, when you're in college, y'all live together, bro. Now, for me, it's a business. Even in the NBA, we go, it's a job, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? When me and my brothers, we came together and we accomplished a lot of goals. At that time, being young, you know, you think about the NBA, you think about what you want to do when you get older, you know what I'm saying? That's why I tell my kids, don't take time for granted, don't take situations for granted. But just the brotherhood, man, just waking up, getting better every day, really, you know, getting on TV, winning these games and being number 1 in the country. On my birthday, I hit a buzzer beater against Pittsburgh for the number 1 position in the country. Like, these is memories that I think back on and be like, yo, that was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So just stuff like that, just the brotherhood, being in the family and just being tight, bro. I miss that.
There was 2 things that stuck out to me. The game winner was one, but the second one, man, was the home game. Y'all playing Notre Dame, and you had Herringody at the top, man, and hit him with a rip through and banged on him, 2 hands, like a real facial.
Get back to the press. You know, when you dunk, you had bounce too. I know you caught a few bodies. ain't too much celebrating going on. You better get back in that press or you coming out the game.
Yes, sir.
I see Luke a lot when I play overseas. I still joke with him like, man, I know you remember that dunk.
Right.
Respect Henry Cody though. He was a basket, man. He was tearing the Big East up. I don't know how with that awkward ass game, but hey, he was
got
killing.
it done somehow.
Nah, he did.
So once you left Louisville, man, you were the 14th overall pick in the 2009 draft to the Phoenix Suns. Talk about your moment when you realized, like, this ain't college no more. This is a whole different ball game. What was that moment, or when was that moment for you, and when did it happen?
For me, it was when I realized I couldn't really dictate of what my situation of just basketball. Like it's a big business up here. You can't just come to practice and kill and bust people ass and you think you're gonna play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like in college, you know, it's different. They treat you like a man, but at the same time, you're still a kid. And in the NBA, the difference is if you're not talking, if you're not going to these GMs, if you don't got a relationship with your coach, you know, it's different. And for me, it was difficult for me. Like I said, I was a McDonald's All-American. I went to Louisville. You know what I'm saying? A top program. So basically, all that stuff is really done. I really was a spoiled kid. I never really had to talk. I never really, you know what I'm saying? Everything was took care of for me. So I didn't know how to handle like not playing, but doing all the right things, killing in practice. But I had to learn it's a business. You got to learn how to sit down. You got to learn how to talk to people and wait your turn. You know what I'm saying? And figure things out, not just straight off the basketball aspect. So I feel like the difference between the college and the league is it's a big man business, and it's just not all about basketball, bro. You know what I'm saying? I always thought it was just about the hoops. That's all I was worried about. It's other things that you got to take care of and solidify if you want to get where you want to be.
Right. Now, as a rookie, you know, they always give rookies the defensive assignments because they don't want the vets or the star players to get in foul trouble. So your rookie year, who was like the toughest assignment for you coming off the bench cold? They'd be like, Earl Clark, you got such and such. Who was the toughest assignment for you when you first got into the league?
I ain't gonna lie, big bro. I barely played. Like I led rookies in 9 minutes played that year, right? But I'm gonna tell you a story that I'm at the end of the bench. I'm thinking I ain't playing. It's about 2-3 months. So I'm thinking I worked out. I'm finna kick my feet up. I'm losing focus. You know what I'm losing focus because it can really play on your mind, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we played the Nuggets. Coach throw me in the game. I'm guarding Melo. First possession, he catch it, rip through spin off. I'm lost. Lazy. Bro, I'm thinking like, bro, he's a basket. Next time, pump fake, jumper. I'm like, bro, he's killing me now. The third, I'm fouling him. You know what I'm saying? But then he took me out. But I'm on the bench like, yo, Melo, it's hard to figure him out. Like, you know, I'm a defensive player. You know what I'm saying? I play some defense. But, bro, his stop on the dime is just so nasty. He's strong, he quick. But that's when I realized, like, bro, if you come out here unfocused, you will get fried. That's the fact. And that happened my rookie season. One of the games I did play, and it taught me how to always lock in, stay in the game. Even if you don't play the whole game, try to see your player tendencies you're going to be guarding because, man, there's some killers in that league. And if you come out here, you will get cooked.
Right. Now, you had the experience of playing with the late, great Kobe Bryant with the Lakers. And then when some things happened, man, you played a significant role on that team. I remember in Detroit, man, like it was yesterday, E5 hit the game winner. Kobe trusted you, passed you. You hit the game winner in Detroit, man.
Yeah.
What was that experience like, and what did you learn from the time that you spent with the Lakers and playing with Kobe Bryant?
Man, I learned so much. For me, I mean, I'm not a guy who talk a lot, but I'm very observant. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm around guys that I respect, I watch their moves. I watch how they practice. I see how they try to conduct themselves. I see, you know what I'm saying, what they doing on a day-to-day. So me being around guys like Kobe, it was just great to see, man, his work ethic, to see what he put in every day. And once, you know, a few guys got hurt and I was able to get out there and showcase what I can do, with somebody like being on my side telling me, hey, bro, let's go. Shoot the ball, be you. Bro, I had the most confidence in it. There's nothing nobody could tell me now. Now I'm shooting anything. Now I'm out. You know what I'm saying? You know what, bro, come on, man. Like, he put so much, like, confidence in me. And it was just great at that time because it was my 4th year. I really haven't played down. I haven't proven myself. So me being out there and show people that I really was working, that I really wasn't just taking this for granted and just wanting the contract or just being lazy. You know what I'm saying? So for
Right.
me being able to show people like, yo, he really can't play in this league in LA on the team with Kobe, bro, I can't really complain about anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. Now you've had like a short stint in the G League. You played 6 years, 7 years in the NBA. Now you played a few years overseas. Now compare the three and talk about the difference in the style of play in the G League, in the NBA, and the international game.
Yeah. I'm gonna start with the D League. I feel like the D League is different from and I'm just compared to the league because it's the best
Okay.
league. The D League is different from the league because once it's mostly a lot of young guys, you know, because they coming out. There's a few old guys that's trying to get back in, and it's different for me because I was coming from the NBA, so I was used to getting on those private flights and nice hotels, and you know what I'm saying. So me coming down was like a humbling experience because it's like, damn, we flying regular. You know, the practice gear is not the same. You know, it's not the same living situation. It's kind of like a little bit more of a college atmosphere. But the style of play is the same. Obviously, for me, I was in the NBA. I was highly touted. So, you know, you get to a team, they let you be the guy. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's different circumstances from everybody. Like from just coming out of school, not getting drafted, don't know where you're just trying to get your feet wet. You know what I'm saying? For Europe, I feel like Europe is totally different from the NBA and just the basketball over here, period. One, the style of play, the defensive 3-second rule, just like breaking somebody down, making a nice move, and somebody smack it off the rim, and you like, bro, that's goal to it. That made me so hot, bro.
Yeah, man.
But it just, I feel like that more is a college atmosphere too. Like we eat together. Obviously, like in Europe, you don't see guys 40, 30 points. You know what I'm saying? It's like they want it. I feel like as like a soccer game. Like they want it as a war. They don't want no blowouts. They don't want like a best team. So sometimes in Europe, bro, the game might be, I mean, you play the, you know, game might be 65, 50 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the 100 points or somebody got 40. So I think in that aspect, it's a little different. But at the same time, it's still dogs over there. It's I feel like it's a lot of people in Europe that can be in the NBA, but it's just a different style of play. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And if you
right.
can't fit into that mold, you know, it's tough to be over there.
Yeah, I was watching. I got a chance to watch you this year when y'all was playing against my boy Chris Dow, and y'all went out there in Poland and played. And when they was playing against y'all, I said, "Look at Five working." When y'all was playing in Poland, you was the only one that showed up. Didn't nobody else show up. And
Man,
I
I
thought
can't
y'all had that one.
remember that game, but yeah, man, you know, I still got a little bit in the tank, big
Oh,
bro.
got a whole lot left in the tank. Got a whole lot left in the tank.
Good.
But anyway, man, now we reached the part of the podcast we like to call the barrel proof or rapid fire questions, man. So don't give it a lot of thought. Give us your first answer. We're gonna roll with it.
All right.
So more important than jersey, the fitted cap or the Timbs?
Damn, that's tough. I'm gonna say Tim's because it's just a culture, man. It's like if you don't, bro. When I was a kid, I'll ask my mom for a pair of Timbs every Christmas, every summer. Never got them. Like she got me some Timbs, but it wasn't the construction. It wasn't what I needed. But bro, every kid that all my bros that constructs, man. That's just what it is.
One phrase that you hear people say and you know they're from Jersey.
Nah, I mean.
Know what I mean?
Hey, yo.
All right. Who wins a versus battle with T.I. and Rick Ross?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Ross. I mean T.I. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go with Ross. T.I. got some hits. He's a legend in my eyes. But to me, Ross is top 10. Like he painted a picture for me. You know what I'm saying? His wordplay, his albums, his material. I don't feel like T.I. got as many albums as Ross. You know what I'm saying? That's classics that go hard. But
Ross,
I'm a
nice,
Tip
man.
fan too, though. I like Tip.
Right. Best place you've ever played overseas?
Man, I would have to go with Istanbul. My first stint, I played 2 years with Besiktas. I brought my family. They had a good school, international school. The people was lovely, man. it's a good place, man. I really didn't feel like I was in Turkey for real, bro. It was like the food, everything, the people, it's loving. It's not too much hate. I mean, people see things on the internet, on the news, and be thinking like they'll call me like, bro, are you safe? I'm like, bro, I'm safer than you for real.
Right.
Get into that. But bro, it's a beautiful place, man. And anybody that never been to Istanbul, Turkey, I advise them to travel there and check it out.
Nice. Now, this is a question we call franchise sign or wave, and I'm going to bring it back to Randy Foye.
Yes,
so you got to franchise a guy that you're going to build your team around. You got to sign a guy that you're going to keep on your team, and you got to waive a guy. We're going to do New Jersey edition. So these are your three options. You got Jason Williams, talking about Jason Williams with the Duke.
Yeah, okay.
You got Randy Foye, and you got DeJuan Wagner.
You a fool for that one. And what's the situation? I got to waive one?
You got to franchise a guy that you're going to build your team around. You got to sign a guy that you're going to keep, and you got to waive a guy that you can't keep. So you only get to keep 2 out of 3, but you got to prioritize.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to franchise D-Wag because I ain't going to lie, that's my favorite. And he was a dog, and I feel like if his injuries, if his body was healthy, his NBA career would have been different. You know what I'm saying? And like 100 points in high school. Just what he was doing, how he went to Memphis. He was just carrying himself like he was just going to be one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I signed Randy. I'm biased a little bit. That's my guy. He taught me a lot. He hooked with me. We played pickup. He dropped a lot of Jews on me. And I'm going to keep those 2 guys, bro.
You're going to waive Jason Williams.
I got to waive Jason Williams, man. I mean, he was a dog, too. I'm not too familiar with him as far as, like, being from Jersey personally. But you see what he did at Duke, man. He was a monster, and he changed the game.
Right. Childhood celebrity crush growing up.
Man, you about to get me beat up in here, man. You know wifey crazy. When I was a youngin', I used to watch that show 101.
101.
You remember that? It used to be her pops was like, his name was Flex. Check it out, bro. When we get off here.
101. All right.
Kyra Pratt, though. I used to be on.
I know who Kyra Pratt is. Yeah, I know Kyra Pratt.
Yeah, I used to be crushing on her.
Best pair of hoop shoes that you hooped in?
I'm going to have to take it back to the Ville, probably those pro models y'all had.
The pro models?
The most comfortable shoes. I hated Adidas, bro. They used to burn my feet. But when they gave me them joints, I'm like, yo, let me see those that they had, the pro models. If I could find a pair of those now, bro, I would be wearing Adidas.
Right.
Everything.
Last question, Fox. One lesson the game of basketball's taught you that you could pass on to the next generation.
Oh man, basketball has taught me so much in my life, man. But one thing that I live off is just keep striving, man. Every day is gonna be challenges, and try to appreciate everything that's around you. I mean, my career, I done been to the G League, I done played with Kobe, but it's few things that I can sit back and appreciate and be like, listen, I done been in the basement before. I had to get up out of that. I've been in the top, had to go back down. Just keep pushing, man. We all got our own path, our own destination, man. You can't look at other people. You just got to keep pushing and appreciate how good you are and what the work that you put in. As long as in yourself, if you satisfied with that, the outcome is always going to be good, because that's one thing you can't run from, bro. It's hard work. And the hard work is always going – I call them earners, man. I'm up with the earners every morning. We got to get to it. We got to, you know what I'm saying? So if I could take anything away from basketball, just keep pushing every day, man, and don't give up.
5. Couldn't think of a better way to end the podcast, my brother. Appreciate you taking a little bit of time out of your day to come on to jump on the podcast, man. Wish you the best of luck in the upcoming season, man, in South Korea. Know you're going to do your thing. You still got a lot left in the tank. I don't know what you're talking about, a little left to tell. You still got a lot, young fella, but best of luck to you, man. You and your family stay safe, man. Like I said, again, I appreciate you taking the time, little bro.
Yes, sir. Hello, it's nothing but love, baby. Anytime. Thanks for having me, man.
That's a bet, bro. I'm going to holler at you.
Yes, sir. Love.
Gone.